Sagittarius, Sagittarius, in terms of love, what do we have? Okay, King of Wands has come up. It is a month of action and movement, which is good in terms of love. Okay, the Hermit has come up twice, so singledom for some of you. Okay, you've been waiting on this for quite some time. The Hanged Man here really emphasizes that you've been waiting on this to happen. There's something about being held in suspension, or you've been waiting for something here, waiting for clarification, or waiting for yourself or the other person you're romantically dealing with to come out with some sort of news or some sort of progression. Here is what I'm seeing. So looking at the other cards here, Sagittarius, I really feel with the King of Wands, it is a month of action. It is, you will see this finale. You will see a showdown or an ending or a major transition take place in your relationships here. This does speak of passion and lust. So I feel for some of you, there's a relationship or a friendship that's actually developing into something more intimate. I feel like you've been waiting around for this person. So it could be, and the notion here that the Hermit has come up twice because it came up in the Rider-Waite deck, as well as the Shadowscapes Tarot as well. The fact that these two cards have come up here shows two single people coming together. So I feel like there's something about an ending that you've been waiting for. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to break up with someone else so you can be together, because two hermits are actually coming together, and there's a romance that's blossoming with the Six of Cups. So I like what this represents. You're really coming into a period where you're able to act on romantic feelings, on emotions, to make something happen here. And the Nine of Pentacles is all about complacency. It's you being in a state of happiness and complacency and comfort, and have some sort of security or stability that is around you. So you've been waiting for it. These cards contrast each other, they contradict each other, but this is something you've been waiting for, Sagittarius. And I feel for a lot of you, this is someone that's newly become single, and you've become single in turn, and now the both of you are ready to have a relationship together. Or for some, I feel like if you have been divorced from someone even, there could be an opportunity for you to rekindle a passion or a love or a connection that you once shared that you're wanting to share again. So this is certainly possible for a lot of you, which is very, very exciting. I feel with the Chariot, it shows that the two of you are astrologically compatible, that you've got drive, you've got incentive, and you balance or complement each other's life in a really, really big way here, because the King of Wands is here. And I feel like after this transition or after this shift or ending, it'll be a perfect opportunity for you to act, and you'll see things come to fruition in full blossom here. The children indicate innocence, learning, development, as do the flowers. It's growth, it's blossoming, it's things coming to fruition here. It's spring. It feels romantic. You feel hopeful. You feel excited. You feel giddy. So the feelings that are associated this month in terms of emotion are really, really strong. And like I said, because you had the Lovers card, past life or twin flame connection here, this is sentimentality, someone that reminds you of the past, or they remind you of someone in your family. There's a familiarity with this person, or you're blending families together, you're having children, but this is a happily ever after notion for some of you. So I feel like for those that are welcoming this change and are making the most of this ending and are seeing it for what it is, great. For others, I feel like there's a relationship that's dissolving. There might be children involved here, or it might be a relationship where you're losing romance and it's becoming more critical, it's becoming more mentally draining and exerting on you, and you just feel, you feel imbalanced, you feel introverted, like you can't be yourself, Sagittarius, or you feel like you're constantly waiting for this other person to step up and follow through with what they're saying they're going to do, and prove to you of their affection and their love and their desire, and how much they want to come forward and do these things for you, and they're not doing it, and forever you feel like you're left hanging, that you're not seeing, or they're not seeing the value in the connection. And because of this, for some of you, I feel like you're going to get up and move, get up and go. The King of Wands, you've come up as the King of Wands here, so you're obviously ready to take action, ready to leave. You're no longer going to tolerate something that isn't, if it's a self-critical or judgmental partner, they're sabotaging the relationship, The Death card is major endings because you feel it coming. You feel it's near. It's Scorpio energy. So you feel it bubbling up in the surface, and I think it's just about ready to come out. And I think this is going to take place because I do see someone feeling lonely, and I feel someone feeling introverted. And if it's not you, Sagittarius, it's the ending for someone else around you. Let's have a look what comes up in your career and creative pursuits. Okay, the Star card, 9 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Okay, some of you are leaving work, a creative pursuit, a product, a service. You're leaving it behind. Again, major endings, walking away from something that no longer fulfills you. For some of you, I feel like you need time to heal over something at work. The Star card is Aquarian energy. You have a strong Aquarius here. Or you feel the need that you're not being heard, or you're not being noticed for your talents. And this is making you feel threatened, defensive, resistant, as indicated by the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. To be in this type of mind frame shows that you're internally very conflicted about your position, job security, direction, promised growth or development is what I'm seeing here. I think there's going to be a major event that takes place. Now, this might not be necessarily something you've attracted here, Sagittarius. This may be outside of your power, and this may be something that happens to you that makes you see things in a different light. Whether it's a colleague, a superior, the company, the corporation you're working for, it's actually going to make you see things really differently, and it's going to cause turbulence. You have the Moon and you have the Star card, so I feel like it's almost like you'll be looking to the heavens for an answer or some sort of divine guidance. But really you have to look within, Sagittarius, because this major ending will give you an opportunity to heal. So either redeem yourself career-wise, professionally, heal from past pains or gossips or hardships that you have encountered in the workplace. Because of that 9 of Wands energy and the 7 of Wands, it really shows that there is either tension, and you're thinking seriously about the next step, about how you can propel yourself forward, Sagittarius. And this is you really trying to accelerate yourself because it's Aquarian energy. It's all about you. And the fact that you have this, maybe it's time to finally look within and follow your heart's desires, your wishes, your goals, what you had envisioned for yourself. And you know, the Moon is creativity. So for some, it is a creative pursuit. Maybe it's connected to the esoteric arts. Maybe it's connected with creativity, design, fashion, construction, travel, wanderlust, tourism, whichever industry this falls in. I feel for you, this is something you need to pursue because it's going to propel you forward. And there is an ending. I can see the ending here. I can see the walking away. I can see that no longer can you feel like you have to be held accountable for everything. There's either too much responsibility or too much accountability, or you just don't, you feel threatened in the position. You don't feel as though you've got that support network or people that are supporting you in the way you'd like them to. And you know, that Hermit that did show up does show critical behavior. Someone could be very judgmental or critical of your work, and it's actually driving them away from you. And it's maybe this has been a long time coming and it's been bubbling up. These emotions have been bottled up, but now you're finally ready to release because there's an outpour. You can see the outpour of emotion. So there's some sort of tension release, or you're finally letting go of something. Maybe it's mentally, maybe you're not physically walking away from a work situation, but emotionally you're just releasing everything. Just mentally you're detaching yourself, you're desensitizing yourself, because no longer do you want to feel too emotionally invested to get hurt, especially when it comes to matters of work or business. For a lot of you, you're losing that passion that you once had, Sagittarius, and maybe this is a bit of a wake-up call because there's a transition that's happening. And you know, there's wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. So somewhere down the line, a wish is fulfilled. Something you've been meaning to work towards, or an opportunity you've been waiting to receive, is actually going to come into your path here. And it might bring you money, prosperity, and abundance. because I see you with a lump sum of money here with the Seven of Pentacles. You're looking at something you've accrued, skills, money, finances, benefits, experience. And you're taking this with you and you're going to fight for something else. There's a position maybe you're fighting for, and it could be a position that opens up. It does have an international feel with the Eight of Cups. Could be in a different country, maybe a different city, province, district, or region, village, town. But there's something about distance or travel. Also potentially networking opportunities that will take place. I know the Lovers did come up, so this could be a collaboration or a meeting of some kind that can propel you in the future, that can propel you to fame or recognition or stardom in some capacity thereafter as well. So something that you have to take into consideration here. But most potently, you have the Gemini come up, the Virgo, Cancer, Aquarius, and Scorpio that are very, very prominent people around you. A lot of people in these cards. And, you know, maybe there's people around you that are battling something at work or in the workplace or have conflict. And you actually might be stuck in the middle of it this month, Sagittarius. And I can see that you're resistant. You don't want to be involved, but you just might be. And there could be a falling out of a business partnership, a falling out, people going separate ways altogether because of that ending that really dominates your reading. But look, I will leave it at that, Sagittarius. And if you were after a private reading for more in-depth, personalized guidance, please feel free to contact me directly on my email.